here with the guys from Jerry and Mark from O.A.R. Cory Wong, nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
And Andrew Height from the Minnesota Wild, or Whitey. We'll go with Andrew because you're wearing a sport coat. So if you're wearing a hoodie or something,
or a $25 T-shirt.
Yeah, I think it might have been on clearance. It might have been less than that. Anyway, so pretty dang cool collaboration or joint venture, whatever you want to call it. There's immediately something really cool, but then that's also kind of launching something bigger, right? Do you want to maybe get started, Andrew?
Yeah,
because it's kind of your baby.
Yeah, it's become my baby it's just added to the plate, right? But we're here at the right point in our organization's history to launch the Minnesota Wild Alumni Association. And, we're 23 years in now, and we have a rich history and quality players and players that want to give back to the community. And we want to, use them within the organization and give them opportunity from a charity and marketing standpoint, but also just allow them to get back together and rekindle relationships that they had 23 years ago. So in collaboration with this event we're talking about today, we're finally kicking it off, and you'll see cool events like this throughout the year and
throughout the years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Years. This is year number 1, and it's gonna live in the space for a long time.
Absolutely. I mean, we're in the state of hockey, right?
We have over 300 former players that have played with us.
Wow.
In the 23 years or 22 years, and of those, over 40 live in the metro. So it's just cool to be able to give them the opportunity and the platform to give back.
I've noticed that working with the Beauty League, it's so bizarre how hockey players come here and then they don't leave. Like, they could go anywhere. For the most part, for most of them, money's no object. They can live anywhere. They choose to stay here.
They do, and that's because hockey's so rich in the state of Minnesota, right? It's the state of hockey, and guys like Zach Bogosian. Zach Bogosian has no ties to Minnesota.
Never played here.
He's
Yeah.
decided to stay and make this his roots while he's playing, and he's post play. So
Well, we have a lot of lakes, and I think he likes to be on a boat.
Yes.
So that all comes back to what you announced today, which is the collaboration with Cory and Mark and Jerry here. Crazy game of hockey, not poker.
That's right.
Clever. Will it translate? I don't know.
It will. And
Are you going to change the lyrics?
I'll do what I got to do.
So what is the crazy game of hockey?
So I think we were discussing in the car right over here is that the name Crazy Game of Hockey, while it relates to the music and the O.A.R. and all that fun stuff, it's really even more broad than that. I think the event is going to show that you can bring together musicians, artists, actors, comedians, NHLers, former NHLers, other sport athletes, put them on the ice. It will be entertaining, it will be fun, and it will be crazy. And some additions that we discussed in the car that are coming in now, flooding in. This is going to be a show, not just a game.
Right.
So I think the name can last longer than our participation or including us, but what we're trying to do is celebrate Minnesota, the Wild, hockey, and the fun aspect of what this can be on a weekend for the family. So I think Crazy Game of Hockey really covers all bases.
It does actually work.
Yeah.
I want a front row seat. That's all I know.
Aren't you playing?
I haven't been invited, but my guess is that
I think this is it right now.
I think you're
This
being
is your
invited
invite.
right now.
Of course I'm in. I mean,
All right.
I'm happy to help out behind the scenes as well. But if I'm in, then I'm not going to say no.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Part of this, part of the crazy game of hockey is using the Wild digital platform. We will have a draft the next 4 months, and there's 40 plus celebrities, and each month 10 of those celebrities will be put into this draft. And Cory and Mark, along with Mikko Koivu, Jared Spurgeon, Ryan Carter, and Nate Prosser, those are the captains of both teams. They will work. They'll put their minds together and they'll build their teams.
I love it. This, of course, all has a charitable aspect to it as well, right? I mean, both the alumni will give back, of course, but then also this weekend. It's not just a game. Also, by the way, there's going to be some rock and roll too,
Yeah,
right?
It's 3-event weekend. It's one ticket, you get everything.
Wow.
And the proceeds do benefit the Wild Foundation. Friday night, July 7th, is our VIP red carpet event at Pantages Theater in Minneapolis. All of the celebrities are going to be there. We have live music, Yam House, and
Love those
Tiger
guys.
Lily Gold will
Oh, nice.
perform,
Yeah.
along with the stand-up comedian Natalie Friedman, who is also born in Minneapolis, based out of LA now, but we're excited to have really just a variety show weekend, kick the big game off the next day. And Cory and Mark are going to MC it, and live auction, charity auction, silent food and beverage. It's just going to be a fun night to kick the weekend off. Saturday, we have a 12:30 puck drop at Tria Rink in downtown
Jeez,
St.
you're
Paul.
really being hard on these guys.
And after that, then we go back to the Armory for the concert that kind of concludes the weekend. So, and that game too, like Mark said, it's not a traditional game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. We have some really cool MCs coming in for the game. Some comedian aspects of it. Get the guys chirping back and forth. Mic a couple guys up. And again, it's just to celebrate hockey in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And give the alumni a platform to start doing these type of events. And at the end of the day, it's to give back to the community, but then working with friends that want to be a part of it as well.
But he played hockey throughout.
Yeah, I grew up playing hockey here, which is also why I'm so stoked about the event and the Wild Foundation. Being somebody who grew up in youth hockey here and was a beneficiary of all the wonderful things that Minnesota hockey has to offer.
You got to drop the program. Where'd you grow up playing?
East River hockey. I grew up in Fridley. It was like Fridley, Columbia Heights.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I was OMGHA, baby. Osceola Maple Grove Hockey Association. Okay, so July 7th
July
and 8th?
7th and 8th. Tickets go on sale today.
3 events in
4 p.m.
They go on sale today.
Today, 4 p.m.
All right. Wild.com/crazygame. And it launches you into the Wild alumni. We're going to raise some money for the Wild Foundation. When are you going to start announcing the draft? When's that going to happen?
4 rounds of draft, the last week of every month leading up to July.
Okay,
So the
and-
first draft is next week.
So
Round
wild.com/crazygame for that too?
That
or
will
that
be-
on the
That
Twitters?
will live on that, but also on our digital platforms, social media, all of that.
At MN Wild on Twitter, at Minnesota Wild on Instagram. Those are the main ones.
Yeah. So
There you go.
It'll be
I
fun.
like it. Wild.com/crazygame. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
man.
Let's go!
That was a crazy